Hey everybody, it's Mother Goose, and welcome back to my channel. And guess what? I'm back at school, and you know what that means? I can edit my videos again. I can do this, I can do that, and I can do this. I am so lame. That's okay. Hey, welcome. Also, I got a new boom arm. Haven't had one, at least a working one, on this channel for a while. Really enjoy it. If that's something you're looking to buy, I would definitely recommend this one. Let me know in the comments, and I will leave a link. Great, okay. First, second, something off. As you can see, I'm kind of still figuring out my setup here. I think I've got a wall, just a plain wall here. I think I might start shooting my videos against that. Yeah, anyway, I don't know. So, today, welcome to my channel. I'm Mother Goose. It's good to see you, good to meet you, and yeah, well, you've read the title. Today I am reviewing the Steven Universe movie. I know this is a few days late, but I literally just watched it. Well, maybe not from when I post this, but from the point I actually am recording this episode, I just watched it like 20 minutes ago, and it was good. It was really good. I really enjoyed it, but there are a lot of things I didn't really enjoy. So, this is my official review of Steven Universe, the movie, starting now. First off, I'm just gonna rate it. I would honestly give this an 8 out of 10. Really good movie, really liked it. I talk with my hands a lot if you're new to the channel. I don't do this normally, it's just when I'm talking to my camera, or hopefully you didn't hear that, or I'm talking to people I don't know, or I'm trying to explain something. I talk with my hands a lot, so sorry. I'm just gonna put them down. It was a great movie. I honestly really enjoyed it. Like I said, 8 out of 10. Good film. I do think it easily could have been a 10 out of 10. But we'll get into it. So, first off, we start, Steven just saved the galaxy. This is my first issue with the film. There is a time jump. 2 years, I'm pretty sure Steven Universe is 14 at the time of Change Your Mind. Time gaps don't really bug me, but I feel like we lost a lot of important information. I think Steven bringing peace to the galaxy is something we've all kind of been wanting to see. And we kind of got that with Change Your Mind, and I get it. I get that a lot of this is boring stuff, you know, just like diplomatic, political stuff that, you know, doesn't really make for good TV. But I think they could have made it really interesting, you know, showing the effects of Steven Universe destroying the armies. That's another thing. They disbanded their armies, which really disappoints me, and I think is going to disappoint a lot of people because the Sneeple theorists have been... Oh, yeah, I've been watching Steven Universe since I started watching around the time Season 2 started. So, I'm just getting that out there. People have been theorizing about the Sneeple for a very long time. And I'm not saying that because what's the word? They disbanded their armies. They destroyed, disembodied. These are not the words I'm looking for. Disassembled. I think that's the word I'm looking for.
They disbanded their armies.
Just because they disassembled their armies doesn't mean the Sneeple can't come, but I do think it's pointing to a direction of more peace. You know, everyone really thought with the movie and, well, obviously not really with the movie once things started coming out about it, but there were some early theories that it would be about the Sneeple. But once we saw the villain, obviously, you know, we knew it wasn't. My whole point to this, sorry, I get very distracted. With their armies disassembled and the gems getting freedom to do whatever they want, it doesn't leave a lot of room for the future. Obviously, well, don't quote me. Last I heard, Season 6 was coming. I don't know. So, don't take me for my word on this. It may or may not be coming. I hope it does. But I do feel like... Oh, I'm sorry. My whole point to this, the start of my thing was the start of this conversation... Sorry, I'm just very awkward and I forget what I want to talk about. I do these without scripts, so I kind of just ramble on. Anyway, there was a big theory that after Season 5 and the Diamond Arc was over, that the Sneeple snake people would be the next villain. And I just don't know now at this point. I haven't really kept up with the show very much like I used to, so I don't know what's coming. But a lot of people, including myself, thought that there was going to be another intergalactic war against a new force now that the Crystal Gems and the Homeworld Gems were united. I don't think that's going to happen. My second problem with it is the diamonds. The diamonds just seem like these really needy, clingy, like, I don't even know what to compare them to. I don't want to say maybe parents whose kids have gone away. I don't know. I just really don't like it, because the diamonds used to be this menacing force. You were afraid of the diamonds, and now they're like on their knees begging Steven to stay. I really don't like that, and that goes along with the ending. I get it, they miss Pink Diamond, they're glad that Steven's back, and they remind him of her. That's great, but you can show that without them being these like groveling, clingy people. I don't even want to say parents, because I've never even seen parents act like that. Not mine, not other parents. Obviously, parents want their kids to stay. Well, they want them to come home and visit, but I don't know. I just feel like the diamonds here are not the same diamonds we had before. And I know what you're saying. It's a 2-year time jump, but they used to be powerful. They used to be menacing, strong. And now they're on their knees begging for Steven to stay. Point number 3 that I don't like. We're really getting in there. A lot of the things I didn't like are in the first, 10 minutes. So I'm just getting them out of the way. Steven seems like he has a big head. I'm sorry. I can't exactly put my finger on how he changed, but he just seems like he has a big head, and he seems kind of rude. When he left Homeworld and went back to Earth, he just seemed really rude to the diamonds, and I get it. A lot of that was part of the problem with them being super clingy and rude. Not rude, but clingy and, controlling. And he was just trying to get out of there. But I don't think he handled that situation the way Steven Universe would have. Steven is supposed to be, this nice person. And again, I know it's a 2-year time jump. A 2-year time jump. And we don't really know what's happened to Steven besides bringing peace to the universe. Also, another point, all the gems are free to do whatever they want. A society really can't function with people who are doing whatever they want, whenever they want. There still has to be jobs. People still have to work and do things. And so, I just feel like Gem Society, it was already falling apart. But if they don't have some sort of structure, it's just this, do whatever you want, you're free now. They're gonna fall apart even more. I don't know. Yeah, so Steven seemed a little different. He seemed a little rude. I didn't really like that. We kind of get past that. I get it. He's a teenager now. He's a little moody. He's a little angsty. I'm not too offended by his change. But again, it was a 2-year time jump. We missed a lot. And so it was just weird seeing Steven like that. So I support the change. I also don't like the change. I don't know why I'm doing this with my hand. Sorry, I'm awkward. Anyway, so yes, there's that. Wow, I am 10 minutes into a recording. I don't know how long the actual video is. And I'm only 5 minutes into the film, maybe. I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet because I am in college now and I don't have a lot of free time. And I'm just taking up more time saying this. Anyway, great. So, he's back on Earth. He's back with his friends. Then Spinel comes and puts the injector, and we get the rest of the film. I'm not really going to go over the plot. I've done that before in other reviews, which I don't know if you guys have actually seen. Have I posted any of those? I haven't. I will. So, what else didn't I like? That's what I'm talking about right now, what I didn't like about the film. I'm not the biggest fan of musicals. I really liked a lot of the songs. I think they would have been okay if they didn't have as many songs, but that's just me. I'm not the biggest musical fan, so take that as you will. That's my personal opinion. I don't think that doesn't change my opinion, I guess, on if it's a good film or not, because it's still a great film. I just would have been okay if there wasn't as many songs. But anyway, moving on. I didn't think it was bad. I actually really liked all the songs. Wait. Yeah, I liked all of them. There were, well, okay, I do feel like there was a couple moments that were supposed to be really serious. Like the first and the last Spinel fights. Both of those were songs. And I don't really mind that, but I feel like it kind of took away some of the tension from the moment. Instead of being this serious fight for life or death, it was, hey, ha, it's a happy musical. So, yeah, I take my statement back. I did like both the songs, but I felt like they took away the tension from that moment. But I think that's about it on what I didn't like. Oh, wait, no. We gotta talk about Lion's mane and how the chest was open. That has been such a big mystery in the Steven Universe community, and they just skipped right over it. Just, bye-bye, sorry, oops. I don't know. Just kind of bothered me, because I know the Crewniverse know that we want to know what's in there, and I'm sure with Season 6, if it does come out, we will see it. What was in the chest? How did they open it? But it was frustrating to just see it for a couple quick frames and it be open. Also, Jasper wasn't there at all. Again, I know this is probably something they are going to talk about in Season 6, but it was just like, where is she? She's such a important character. We don't know what really happened to her after Change Your Mind. Obviously, she had a redemption arc. Where is it? Where is she? So, we'll get into that. I think that's about it on what I didn't like. And those are the reasons I wouldn't give this a 10 out of a 10. But I still loved it. I really loved the music. I really liked the story. I liked Steven Universe finally coming home. And things aren't really okay. Like, things are great, but then they all fall apart. And I feel like this movie was trying to kind of capture that in a film. The moment where everything in your life is perfect, and then it all just in an instant falls apart. Because that's life, really. We all have ups and downs, and so I think it really captured that instant, that moment where everything falls apart. And it also shows that things will be okay. You can get through it. Because it can be really, really disheartening when you finally feel like your life is on track and it all falls apart. I've been there, and I'm sure everyone watching this video, everyone's watching who saw the movie, they've been through that moment where finally, after so long, after so hard of trying to get your life on track, things are finally good for once, and then it all just falls apart. Been there, done that. So I really liked that. I think it was a good theme to tackle. I really liked Spinel. I really liked kind of her reference to old cartoons and Mickey Mouse, and just the way she moved and the way she acted. I thought it was great. She was a fantastic villain. Her motivation was good. Oh yeah, one other thing I didn't like. She stood still for 6,000 years. The day Steven Universe did his broadcast, hey, I saved the universe, ha ha ha, I'm so cool, and then went home. He was there for what, a couple hours before Spinel attacked? But that's the day she found out, and that's the day she finally moved. So you're telling me that in maybe a couple hours, she moved for the first time. She poofed, apparently, got a new look. Her gym changed directions. I would say, I get it, Pink Diamond did that, where she changed her appearance and she changed her gem. She's a diamond. Like, if Spinel is shapeshifting, I just feel like that's very, isn't that supposed to be hard for them to do? They can't hold it for very long. So she had to have poofed and changed her appearance, right? So she poofed, changed her appearance, found an ejector, figured out how to use it, and flew to Earth all in a couple of hours. I did not like that. I feel like it was just a little unrealistic, but oh well, we'll move forward. What was I talking about before? I did like the Injector. I thought it was a good threat, but I also knew, well, I guess I didn't know for sure, but I had a really strong suspicion that Steven would use his healing powers to heal the Earth. But seeing how much damage that caused, if you saw, looking in the film, Spinell injected almost all of whatever that acid was. And you're telling me that it didn't destroy the Earth, like, it was destroying the Earth so slowly that Steven Universe had enough time to go around and kiss by kiss heal the Earth. I don't know. Again, that I just felt like it was a little unrealistic, and I get it, these movies are supposed to be unrealistic, but there's also supposed to be an air of realism with it that kind of grounds the story. No matter how unrealistic it is, you still need some realism to make it work. Anyway, I'm sorry. I've been talking a lot of negatives, but I honestly did really love this film. I really liked that the whole Amethyst, Garnet, Pearl losing their memories and Steven losing his powers. I thought that was great. It really, because obviously they've fought diamonds, you know. I was sitting there kind of thinking, how is this person really going to be a threat? But it makes sense if they lost all their memories. They didn't know who they are. I really thought it was funny that Pearl ended up serving Greg and calling him Greg Universe. I just feel like it's very ironic just because she hated him so much. Steven and his dad fusing, I'm sure it has an official name. I haven't seen that yet. Should probably look that up. I'm gonna look it up. Okay, I don't know. I couldn't find an actual name for it. I'm sure there is one, I just didn't find it. I saw people calling him Mr. Universe and Mr. Multiverse because there's two universes. I like that, so that's what I'm gonna go with. Mr. Multiverse? Nah, that sounds kind of cheesy, actually. Anyway, the Greg... Sorry, I have a friend named Greg. Yes, with an A instead of an E. Anyway, Greg and Steven's fusion. I really liked it. I thought it was funny. I felt very... it felt very Elvish-like to me, so I enjoyed that. I really liked the song. Can we just give a moment of appreciation that Opal, after 5 seasons and a movie, finally got a voice line again? I don't know if it's the same actress. I'll have to look that up. But she actually talked again, so that's an A+ in my book. Yes, okay, so they go through the film, obviously. I just really liked it. I really liked it. Again, like every other Steven Universe villain, it ended with a fight. Steven Universe talking to them, or in this case, singing, and then they became nice again. I liked it. I really did. But at this point, I think this was perfect. Especially because Spinell really just wanted a friend, you know? She stood still, waiting for Pink Diamond for 6,000 years, and then finally lost it. Great character motivation, great character, good villain, and I think it was good because that's all she wanted was a friend, so it makes sense that he was able to talk her out of it. But at some point, there's really got to be some irredeemable, whichever one it is. There's got to be some villains that can't just be talked out of being a villain. I think at this point, Jasper's the only one, and she probably ended up the same way. We don't know how her redemption arc went. I'm sure we'll find out at some point, but we don't know. And she probably went the same way. Think about it. Lapis, Peridot, the diamonds, even Centipede with some chaps. I guess there is Aquamarine. We got somebody. But I'm sure that she's on their side now, too, because of the diamonds. But I would really like to see, past this point, if the show moves forward, a unredeemable villain. Someone who isn't just gonna... They're finally, after 5 seasons of waiting, gonna meet up, fight for 5 minutes maybe, and then talk it out. I really feel like it's great. It's teaching kids. This is a kid's show, so I have to remember that. Older people who really like the show also have to remember it's a kid's show, and they're trying to teach kids that to actually talk through their issues, and that's great. But for an actual entertainment side, they had Steven Universe had such a huge fan base, and I think they still do. It's definitely dwindled from what I've seen, and there were so many theories, and people really thought it was going to be the next Avatar: The Last Airbender, and it didn't really end up being that. But again, the show's for kids, so you just gotta remind yourself, if you're disappointed where the show's gone, it's a kid show, you know? We can't expect every show to be Avatar: The Last Airbender. I know there'll be a true heir one day, but it wasn't Steven Universe. In my opinion, at least. Some people might feel differently. My whole point to this is, Season 6 and up, I really do hope that there is a strong villain, a strong force. If it's the Sneeple or if it's someone else, I'd really just like to see someone actually threatening. You know, we saw gems come from Homeworld, and they caused a lot of problems, but there was never a real invasion. There was never an army. It was just a couple gems at a time. Even when the diamonds attacked Earth, not even all of them went. It was 2 diamonds. I don't even think they brought their pearls. So everyone thought there was going to be an invasion, that the diamonds were going to come, they're going to invade Earth, and it was going to be this huge threat in this long arc. And instead, it was like 1 or 2 diamonds at a time. I think at most we had, the rubies, and there was 5 of them. Anyway, I'm sorry. I have a lot of thoughts about Steven Universe. I really love it. Personally, it didn't really go in the way that I thought it was supposed to go. Let me rephrase that, because it's not my show. It didn't really go in the way that I thought it was going to go. That's not a bad thing, you know. My opinions are my opinions, but I still love the show. I really enjoyed how it ended with Season 5. I really did love the movie. I thought it was fantastic. I loved the songs. I loved the characters. I really loved Spinel. I really loved that the characters lost their memories, and they had to basically put them back together again. It was really good. It was really interesting, and it was fun to watch. But I feel like Steven Universe, they're on, the great step. And they were, 1 away. The next step was, fantastic. Avatar: The Last Airbender, Air, they were right there. And then, instead of kind of moving up, they just kind of stayed where they are. And that's not an issue. It's still a great show. I still love it so much. But I just think it was a missed opportunity. Anyway, I've been talking for 30 minutes. I meant this to be 15 minutes. Like I said, 8 out of 10. Great film. If you haven't seen it, sorry for the spoilers. You should definitely check it out. And definitely go watch some other YouTubers talk about it, because I'm not the most qualified. I'm just a fan with some feelings. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like. Make sure to subscribe to join the flock, and I will see you in the next one. Mother Goose out.